Welcome to Dig It, a real estate podcast by Hubble Realty Company. Well, thanks for joining us, everyone. Today, we have a very special guest in the house. Norwalk's Mayor Tom Phillips is with us, as well as our Senior Vice President of Development.
No, Claire.
What?
My title is Executive Vice President, and I oversee construction, development, equities, multifamily. I just Executive Vice President.
I'm so sorry about messing that up. Should we start over for that
You
one?
can if you wish.
No, we're not starting over. We're going to keep going. I know you're not going to take offense to that completely coming from me. I should get it right, though, and I owe you. Executive Vice President.
I do oversee marketing, but that's okay.
Joe Pietruszynski. Thank you guys for both being here to talk more about Norwalk and all of the growth that's happening in this city. It's a city that we've been involved with for a very long time. I know you two know each other very well, better than I know you, Mayor Phillips. Okay. But let's dive in to talk all things Norwalk. Yes?
Well, first of all, welcome, Mayor. It's good to finally be here on this podcast with you.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
There's a long history between the both of us in the city of Norwalk. You came to the city of Norwalk, I believe it was in the 90s. Is that correct?
Yeah, we moved to Norwalk in 1990, at the end of 1990.
Back then, it was a very smaller town. And what was interesting is my wife's in-laws, not my wife's in-laws, it makes no sense. My in-laws lived just on the west side of Norwalk. And during that time, I was actually going to college, dating her at the time. So can you describe Norwalk in the 90s? What was it like?
Norwalk in the 90s. Well, we moved to Lakewood, the Lakewood area. They had just been annexed into Norwalk. So Norwalk's population had grown. There was, I think it was about a mile gap between Lakewood and the city of Norwalk.
Downtown.
Yeah. Yeah. And
wasn't there a grocery store in there in the middle somewhere there?
No, there was a farm field there.
Okay.
And Mrs. Greist still lived there. Had a nice house, and you had to drive quite a ways to get to the grocery store that was in the middle of town. Yeah,
right.
It's hard to believe.
And I remember it was the only place that you could go and get groceries, and you'd go downtown. There was a small little Italian restaurant that everybody sought after down in Norwalk.
Yes, and
then back, I think it was somewhere near like 1997 or 1998. That's when Hubble first started, or Colonial Meadows was first started by the Greist family.
Correct.
And then it was Rick Tollickson, our CEO, who came into Norwalk, worked with the Greist family to establish what's now known as the Legacy Subdivision.
Yeah.
So through that development of the Legacy Subdivision, when you came on to be mayor in 2013, we got to really know each other because we were in the phases of finishing out the Legacy, the south side of the Legacy and the commercial portion to the east.
Right.
So we had a lot of interaction working together. But one thing about you as a mayor that kind of set you above the metro was your focus on economic development for Norwalk. Can you describe some of your early on initiatives in economic development, how you saw that play out in the city, and then what it means for you to be so strong in economic development today?
Sure. Well, prior to being mayor, I was on the school board for 16 years. Norwalk was very, I can't remember how we put it. We had a lot of kids in the area. We were mostly a bedroom community at the time. I know you didn't want to talk about it. Property taxes were high, and were always an issue. And so to resolve that, we, even from the school side, we wanted to see Norwalk shift and more balance towards commercial and industrial to ease that tax burden on residents and to provide better services for the kids that we had. When I came in as mayor, you hear at that point in time, we need to get to 10,000. Once we get to a population of 10,000, we're going to start seeing different types of developments occur. right? And sure enough, we got to, so that's part of it. At the time, that's where Hubble was really instrumental, because Legacy was coming in. We were getting more rooftops, so that population was increasing because of those rooftops. That's when we started getting like the McDonald's, and we saw some other Scotch, this grocery store that we're talking about.
Yep.
He built his own building and moved out of one location to a new building. Dollar General came into his old spot, so we started seeing more commercial development coming in because of those rooftops. Again, the whole commercial development and industrial is to ease the property tax burden on residents, and that's what the main goal is. And we've seen a lot happen since then, with Norwalk Central, with Capital City Fruit and Lafredo coming in. We had a certified site down south. It was about 55 acres. We have Windsor Windows and Michael Foods in that location. Michael Foods is expanding. Windsor Windows is contemplating an expansion. So this certified site has paid off, and we got some good development there. We got to make room for more commercial development.
Needless to say, the farm land that split the Lakewood and long gone, right?
It's full now.
Yeah, long gone. Because I saw the stat recently that it was Norwalk's grown by 43% since 2010. Is that right?
That's about, yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
that's just,
I think you're in the
fast.
top 10 of the fastest growing cities in the metro. Is that correct? Or in the state of Iowa?
I think we're top 3 in the metro.
Yeah.
And then probably,
top
one of
10
the strongest growing communities.
Yeah. And we have
Absolutely.
to be real honest with you, we have a nice growth curve that is on the edge of uncomfortable, but not uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. We like to keep it there instead of getting crazy growth. But we're comfortably growing, yes.
What's the feeling of your citizens in what's happened in growth over time from the smaller town, probably primarily single family, tight school district? Is this type of growth that the citizens are looking for? Is there a balanced approach that the city's trying to develop to keep that small town flavor, but also invite the things that residents need and want in their own community?
Yeah, the balance is the key word, right?
Yeah.
You hear and you see on Facebook and people are talking, we want more restaurants, we want more places to shop, that type of stuff. You tell them, yes, we want that too, but we have to have more rooftops to be able to do that. Right. And so that's the balance, right? We just went through some 10-year goal settings, some strategic goals. One of those goals, and Jason Brown, one of our council members, is champion of that goal, is to look at all of the neighborhoods within Norwalk, find out what's unique about those neighborhoods, identify them, see if we can put some signage up for that type of neighborhood, and then to try to maintain that small town feel so that when you get into a neighborhood, you feel like you're within a neighborhood and you have that small town feel. Norwalk, our Norwalk Hometown Pride group is pretty strong. Coming up on September 13th is Norwalk Music Fest, and those types of events we try to do to bring people together so that they can meet their neighbors. We also have Front Porch Norwalk during the summer for 3 months, and the idea behind that is you just invite your neighbors over. You get out on your front porch or your driveway, and get to know your neighbors. And you have a drink, and maybe have some food, and just talk to get to know each other. So we're trying to do things to keep that small town feel, but still grow.
Well, and I always think, you say town, and you've said it twice. I'm like, in my brain, it's a city. Just with all the different growth that has come about with it. Yeah. And so
that's fostered two superheroes. You know this.
Yes, I do. That is very true. Aquaman and Clark Kent. No. Am I right?
Superman.
Yes.
Superman. Clark. Oh, I just broke
one of
my
the
pen.
Supermans.
One of the Supermans.
But Jason Momoa,
I know he's not like Christopher
unique.
Reeve's original, right?
Yeah. Boy, that dates you though, Claire.
Yeah.
Hey,
it does.
hey. Watch it, you two.
You were not even born. I'm sorry.
I'm well aware, though. I'm well versed. Anyway, can we dive into a couple of the things that you mentioned, Joe? And I don't want to take a point away from you, but you mentioned Norwalk Central. You mentioned some of these really exciting developments that are occurring. So maybe for those listeners or the audience who hasn't heard of it, one, come out from under your rock. Norwalk Central. What is it? What is some of the plans for it? And just that as a mixed use development.
Right. The area's been kind of master planned for quite a while. And it was always planned. Well, it was planned originally to move our old downtown into that area. It's the Hughes Farm area. We worked with some folks to bring in a sports complex type development. That kind of fell through, but then we quickly pivoted and started working with Sportsplex West. With that group, with Heartland Sports, I believe is what it's called. And so it's about 22 acres of artificial turf fields, can be used for baseball, softball, soccer, very configurable. There's 2 pods, so there's 4 ball diamonds on each pod. And we were able to put a field house up. It's approximately, I think it's around 50,000 square feet. It has 4 basketball courts on it. It's configured so you can play pickleball or volleyball or basketball and have tournaments. We want tournaments coming in. At Norwalk, at the Sportsplex venue, we've had Major League Baseball scouts coming in a lot.
Yeah.
On a weekly basis during the summer, because people are bringing college kids out and doing tryouts and that type of activity. That area, with the traffic and the anticipated traffic, we were able to get a quick start in the area. There's Fairfield Inn. So we have a four-story Fairfield Inn in that area. They're building a Hilton True within that area as well. There's Nutrisport smoothies place, and they do an online business as well.
Starting to radiate out a little bit like that. Yeah.
Hyper Energy Bar is coming into town and building right now.
Nice.
So that area has really kind of spurred a lot of commercial growth. The field house was done to bring people in from out of town, so it's an economic development building that is used for park and rec.
Yeah.
What I appreciate working with you and your fellow council members and staff is you talk about your balanced development approach, working with us to build the right kind of housing for your citizens is very important for economic development. Mm-hmm. We can have a lot of single-family households, but we need households to support the people that support those types of industry. Your certified sites, the retail districts, the office and hotel and hospitality that you're inviting into the city needs unique housing opportunities for everyone. And what I like about what you're doing is you're using your master planning approach, working in partnership with your development community to kind of develop in the right way housing for everyone. Can you talk about how housing is important to your city and in your planning efforts, what you're looking for, what type of balance you're looking for in your community?
Sure. Again, rooftops will bring in commercial. I think when we officially get across the 15,000 population line, I think we'll see another segment want to start coming in. Our residents want restaurants and places to shop. You got to have people to work in those places. So having that balance of housing is also really important, because we want the people who work in Norwalk to ideally live in Norwalk as well. Holland Point is a great example of we're going to have Hubble is building in apartments in that area.
Yep.
Some brownstones, townhomes, and single-family residential. There's a senior housing component to that as
Sure,
well.
we have a 55 plus community there.
Right. And
Yep,
so we need all of that kind of housing. And so, yeah, we've worked with Hubble to get that type of housing in. The apartments are fairly close and walk, if you want to
Walking
walk
distance,
or bike within a lot of those retail establishments and commercial establishments.
And
So
next to your next planned area, just east of the Legacy, that you're trying to grow into more of a centralized business district, correct?
Yes. Yeah. That would be Norwalk Central, and then
Right.
there's another area that's just to the north of Norwalk Central that we're kind of going to call it as part of Norwalk Central because it's all going to blend.
A mixed use
Well,
development.
yeah.
We're
when
putting in
there's
sidewalks. We want the whole area to be very walkable so that you can, if somebody comes from out of town to watch a ball tournament or whatever, they can walk to restaurants. They can they can walk over to their hotel if they're staying at the hotel. So we're trying to make it very walkable.
yeah, that proximity. It'll just be really nice to have everything just connected like that. And Joe, I always, as the mayor was listing off all of our projects, I think that it probably is good to like outline a little bit more of like what we have built in Norwalk as Hubble. I mean, this is our third apartment. We've had 2 others.
In the Legacy, yes.
Yeah.
The Legacy is really one of the Metro's largest mixed-use developments that Hubble has started. Hubble put a big investment in Norwalk because, again, we were working with a council over the years that invited us to grow in their community, work with us on different incentive programs to start that economic spark, worked with the diversity housing needed to generate that activity that the city is requesting. And it's really and truly been a partnership, inviting us in to build a golf course central to the Legacy, having the commercial and differing uses along the highway corridor, which allows for easy transportation in and out of the metro. It really created a very dynamic atmosphere that helped put not only that subdivision on the map, but grow Norwalk with us.
Yeah.
Well, the single family, you have the for sale single family townhome aspect. You have the rental apartment aspect now with Callaway. That's going to be the newest one, newest apartment community down there. But Edencrest at the Legacy, right? Senior living. And I know
Yes.
that's a topic that we can touch on too. But, Aventura is that 55 plus. But then Edencrest is that assisted living, independent living, memory care aspect. And so I just think that entire Holland Point area, which Edencrest is, just across the street from, is just changing so rapidly. And it's very cool to see it all come together.
We know, Hubble does everything real estate. We're from ground up and into all different aspects of real estate, ranging from industrial to multifamily, assisted living, townhome living, single family. We do it all. And what we know is in order to spark that economic growth you're talking about, you need that diversity of housing in your community. And I want to compliment you on working with us to achieve that, and also working with our developer partners as well. There's a synergy created when we work with the quality developers that are in Norwalk today. And, we're friends with them all. We work side by side. We even bought land from, Coppola to build down south of his golf course. And those relationships, those partnerships, working with your economic development, I don't know Holly's exact title, but working with your economic development guru specialist in your town in trying to attract people to our commercial areas and work through those economic catalysts in our housing has been something special in Norwalk. And again, I can't thank you guys enough for just always being, it's never antagonistic. It's working side by side through the process. Yeah.
And it's the communication that happens during those discussions has always been very good. Yep. I think it's always been very respectful. One of the things that there was a feeling that, we have too many apartments. There's always we have too many apartments and we don't need more apartments.
Sure.
But as you are, Hubble came in, and they gave us some education as far as here's why you need apartments.
Right.
And so I think that's when Cedar Brook and
Yep.
Cedar Point.
Yep.
Is that the two
Yes.
that are right there on Cedar Street? That's part of why those came about, is because we were educated that yes, here's why you need apartments.
Yep.
Saw that need, and so yeah, let's let's go.
There definitely is a lot of stereotypes around apartment living, and if you actually look at who lives in apartments, it's a wide spectrum from people making six figures to the people you need working your checkout lane at a grocery store.
Right.
I mean, it is so diversified and so needed in the context of affordable housing, just to sustain your community and sustain the fabric of that community. So again, what I really appreciate working with the council is when we came, council listened, they understood why it's necessary. They understood why retailers look at diversification of housing before they locate in a community. Again, they need employees. They need to service people at different income levels to make their operations sustainable. It's the communication, it's the open dialogue, it's a transparency between the elected officials and the developer that really makes that growth happen in a positive way.
Yeah, yeah, we've been able to do that down in Norwalk. So.
Clark, can I branch into something?
Where are you going? Because I knew you were going to go somewhere.
A little bit different than,
All right.
than the outline Claire puts in front of me.
Let's go.
I put it out there to just get us started,
Yeah.
right?
So I just want to kind of
us away.
pivot a little bit. So, Mary, you
I don't know where he's going, but
maybe still are, or you were a mainframe computer programmer. Is that correct?
I was, yes.
Like you specialize in what language? Was it COBOL? And what was the other?
I work with COBOL, Rex, as far as languages, JCL. I was mainframe systems programmer for a while, so yeah.
So being that, and you're also an Iowa State grad, so
Woo-hoo.
Yes, sir.
Good
Those
company
cyclones.
here.
kudos to that. You got two Iowa State people sitting
Yes,
here.
you do.
So given your excellent education, and is specializing in the IT world, where do you see AI and how it's going to change your government operations of Norwalk?
Government operations for AI. I think that's an interesting question. I don't know. I haven't
about
really
it all?
pondered that one. No,
And I thought I'd catch you on this one.
I continue to ponder and hear about how it's going to change IT operations.
How so?
I have a nephew that is an architect for a company here in town that they recently went and did a seminar on some AI stuff, and they were able to tell AI what it wanted. They were able to write a Twitter, so they created Twitter, and it was all done in 30 minutes.
Wow.
AI wrote everything, and then once that framework and base is all there, all you got to do is tell it, okay, I want it to do this as well, and it'll just add it. And so, how is that going to change? Because AI wrote the whole thing. It used a particular language, and they said, well, we would like it to be in this other language instead, and it was all done within 5 minutes. The whole thing. And so having that kind of power is pretty amazing. I imagine, well, let's see, if I think about it, you could look at having some sort of robot that goes out and scans your streets to see how things look, and then have AI analyze it and tell you, okay, these need to be done first based on, you could look at you could tell it to look at population and development potential or whatever, and it'll give you the plan to do it. And it could even be to a point where you could have a paving type machine that's all robotic and AI runs the whole thing, and It just knows to go out and do it, and it just goes out and does it.
I think it's hard for us to wrap our brains around all of the different things that it could potentially do,
For sure.
right? And then it's like what it proposes versus fact checking it versus layering on that humanity side of things, right? So I think that's something where that's not going to be able to replace some things in government. The relationship that you two have been able to develop over umpteen years, that's not something AI can do. But there are definitely different ways where it's going to change the game and maybe change the timeline, I think, of different things.
Well, from a Hubble side, if you look at Holland Point, or a Holland Point or new development, nothing's there. You could have AI go and analyze the whole thing, tell AI I want a percentage of single family, a percentage of apartment, and tell me where to put it and how it's going to look.
Those civil engineers, and
they're done.
Yeah.
all the streets are done. All the streets are in
They'll
there.
love to hear that.
Everything would be there. You could have AI do the entire set of plans, and never have a human.
There are firms that are looking
much.
into all those kind of land use designs, looking at how the land is cut and filled, how the streets are laid out, how the soil is properly analyzed. It's pretty interesting where it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say, even on like a higher level view of it, Norwalk as a city, as a brand, right? Can look at it and have it analyze just the community in general. Like, what could we be doing differently to bring more, workforce here? Or is there a way that we can be changing in, the way we communicate? I know you do like a monthly message to the community, and, do people really have a good grasp of what Norwalk, is and why it should be a place to consider? There's all sorts of different things you could do for it, whether it's, super granular or high level. Where were you going? Sorry.
I just hate the AI that's in the traffic cameras. I get caught with this all the time. They're good money makers for the city mayor, but I got to tell you what.
We don't have any traffic cameras down in Norwalk.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, we are getting into
I pay a lot to the city of Des Moines.
Yeah, do you?
Don't turn right on red.
Well, there's signs that tell you that, Joe.
Well,
oh my
there
goodness,
it's a photo enforcement sign.
Yeah, there is. Yes.
Well, and now it's
fair warning.
It's a blanket sign that they have on the outskirts of town. They don't have to tell you where they are. Right.
Right. Well, okay. Where are you taking us next? Because that was a hard right turn.
Ooh, I got another one.
You do?
I want the mayor to talk about Kosovo.
Kosovo. Okay. Kosovo, country in Europe, Eastern Europe, and they were under Serbian control. The Serbians came in and invaded.
So the south side of Serbia, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Just to the east of oh golly, I'm gonna.
I think if you were to go fly directly east of Rome, you'd have to jump a country, but you'd run right into.
I think you would. Yes.
Yeah.
When the Iron Curtain fell, Serbia first invaded Bosnia and that area. We helped the Bosnians repel that attack. There was a ethnic cleansing that was going on in Kosovo to cleanse Albanians specifically. And in, I believe it was 1999, the United States intervened and helped repel the Serbians, and Kosovo became a country. They officially became a country, I think, in 2008. And Iowa through the Iowa National Guard started their relationship in the late 2000s as well. Through General Orr, who was Adjutant General of the state of Iowa at the time for National Guard, started working with the communities around the state to have sister cities within Kosovo. And we joined in on that. Norwalk has a sister city. It's named Vuštri. It's in the
I was going to ask you to pronounce that. Thank you.
Yeah, Vuštri. And it's in the northern part of Kosovo. In 2018, we went over there and we signed documents for the sister city agreement, and the Kosovars have been here to sign same type of documents. It's pretty neat. It's again, we would a lot of the relationships on a sister city level is through educational partnerships, through cultural partnerships, art, music, that kind of stuff. And we like that. We really want to, you mentioned it before, our emphasis is economic development. Mm-hmm. We want to see some Kosovo businesses come over and relocate in Iowa, preferably Norwalk. Mm-hmm. We would like to see some Iowa businesses go over to Kosovo. They have a huge youth population that's unemployed, and they need the jobs, and they are setting up economic development areas that you can go in and they'll give you the land, no taxes. They'll help you build the buildings and get you going.
You gonna bring that to Norwalk? I'm teasing. I
don't think so.
I'm teasing.
We have pretty good unemployment here. We got low unemployment. They have high unemployment, so they're really needing that.
They do.
So yeah, we're our relationship. COVID, we were really starting to get going. We had a couple of Kosovars that were going to invest in a hotel in Norwalk. We were going to have a ribbon cutting probably the end of March of 2020, and of course COVID hit and killed everything. Killed our, and it destroyed it. Not destroyed. It really hampered our relationship with Vustri at the time. We're starting to get back into it though. So we have a couple of police officers that are, I think they're in Kosovo right now. They've looking at the police academy, and they're talking about what type of law enforcement exchanges can happen so that we can get some officers here. We can put some officers there.
Learn from each other. And
learn from each other.
That's cool.
It really is. It's pretty neat. And I know that Holly Zychak, our economic development director,
she got her title right now. Thanks.
Well, I just wanted you to try and pronounce Holly's last name, actually. That's what I was waiting for.
You're better at titles than Claire is. So.
Okay.
Oh, my God. I'm not going to live the introduction down, am I?
No.
Well, he's not going to let me forget it for a while.
But, we're over now.
I love working with Holly, though, and she's just a phenomenal person to have on your team.
Yeah. Yeah. We're very lucky to have her.
Yeah.
Because she goes all the time.
Mm-hmm. I first met her when she was with Dallas County.
Dallas County?
Yep.
Okay.
Warren County. Warren County.
Yeah, she was with Warren County Economic Development.
I need more of this delicious coffee. No, when she was with Warren County, and she's definitely been additive to the city of Norwalk.
Yeah.
She moved over.
Okay, speaking of additives. No, I'm kidding. That's not the best segue ever. But I do want to touch on Project West a little bit, and a little bit more of the big developments that maybe people are hearing, brewing under the surface, or maybe not so under the surface now. But can you tell us a little bit more about that development and what's
more and more lights coming out on that one. So Norwalk's in the process of annexing about 2,900 acres. It's a lot. It goes from on Highway 25, mostly along the North River, out to the Madison County line.
Okay.
There's a bridge at Fillmore right now that we hope to have an interchange there within 10 years or so. That's where we want Buc-ee's to build, so we can talk about Buc-ee's again here in a little bit.
Yes, we're going there.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Does the interstate designation, does that help this initiative with Buc-ee's?
No.
Changing? It doesn't?
Well, no, because it's going to be a local interstate instead of the traffic counts we're going to use are coming from Interstate 80 and Interstate 35, because we think that a 10-minute detour off of Interstate 80 down to Buc-ee's, a lot of people are going to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. But going back to the Project West, we've been working with, it's a data center. They develop the area that data centers go into. So there's about 300 acres inside the annexation area that they're going to work and prep, get it ready, and then they will sell to other data centers. The area is pretty good because we got high power lines going across in that area already. We're going to get water. So they're very interested in it, and they bought some ground up in Altoona as well. So they're doing the same thing up in Altoona. We're looking forward to being able to get them started and really to start develop the area. It's going to be exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah.
More to come, it sounds like.
More to come.
If you've got adequate power and you have water to cool these facilities, Iowa is in a great place for data center expansion, especially with this new AI boom.
Right. And yeah, power, they're coming here because power's cheap right now.
Cheap, and Iowa has consistent, reliable power.
Yes, exactly. And they're willing to drop a lot of money to
investment,
get it going. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, you said the word Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's.
He's got to talk about Buc-ee's.
Have you been? Have you
I've
ever
never been to a Buc-ee's.
Joe P, you've never been?
I have never been to a Buc-ee's.
Mayor Phillips. Okay.
Mayor, you're such a staunch advocate.
We need to change this, gentlemen, because...
What, road trip, Claire?
Well, yeah, the last one I was in was Florida. So
Economic road trip.
That's a long road trip.
Yeah, it was a little bit. I don't want to drive that. But I will say, for a state that appreciates our convenience and gas stations and places like that, and I'm not up on what exactly how Buc-ee's brands themselves, but that's next level. That's why Buc-ee's. Why do you want it to be here? Why is it? And it's such a hot topic.
You hear a lot about Buc-ee's. That Buc-ee's is just, they have everything, and they have the cleanest bathrooms in the world, which is, for travelers, that's important. If you've been traveling for a while, why not get out and stretch your legs for a little while, have some fresh brisket, and
right?
Because they have everything.
It's true.
And so a lot of people are labeling it a truck stop. It is not a truck stop. They don't allow semis in. There's no semis there. It's for cars and
it's like family traveler.
Yes, it's a family travel center.
Cleanest restrooms in America.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like my old fraternity's bathrooms.
Oh no. No.
They have
a lot of merch.
They have attendants in the bathrooms all the time to tell you where to go, and then they check to make sure everything is clean when you leave.
Yeah.
For the next person to come in.
And a cute mascot to boot, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Cute little.
So
my son has a Buc-ee's t-shirt.
But you got to arm wrestle Russ for this.
Yes. Yes.
We want front row seats to this show.
They have West Des Moines has approached Buc-ee's as well. I think we have a better story because I think we are on Buc-ee's timeline a little bit better than West Des Moines is. So with 10 years out, they have a lot of other development plans that they're working on. So we have not given them our petition yet. There is a petition. Go to change.org and bring Buc-ee's to Iowa.
We will put a link in our show notes for people just to easy click on that petition.
Awesome. That would be great.
You definitely grab the headlines though, Mayor.
Oh my goodness. Did you ever?
Yeah. Well,
if a Buc-ee's is going to know Central Iowa, it's because of you.
I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah. So we're going to get them the petition and get them a packet of information and send it to them, and hopefully they'll give us a call.
I'm excited for this.
I'm excited about it too. We went on Simon Conway's show, and April, Simon's wife wants to do a road trip down to Springfield, Missouri, so I can go to my first Buc-ee's.
I think you need to make it happen. Maybe Joe can join you, because truly, you got to experience it, right? I mean, I do, and I'm a fan of all of the other, convenience store chains that we have here in Iowa, but Buc-ee's would be that would be pretty next level.
It would be next level. And it'd be, it's on the, I hate to say it like this, it's on the interstate. We would like to have Buc-ee's here, But from a city's perspective, look at all the property tax dollars, the road use tax dollars from gas tax, and sales tax dollars that you could bring in to the city and the state and the county. It would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. Well, we are winding down our time. I know time always goes by really quickly here. You guys were all worried about making it, half an hour.
What's
Here we
the
are.
special question? Are we predicting?
No, we're not there yet. Hold on.
we're
I
not
wanted
there
to. Mayor Phillips,
right.
you had just barely touched on it. You kind of had said you're looking ahead at comprehensive plans, future plans. So what's that trajectory over the next 10, 20 years look like for Norwalk? I mean, where do you kind of see those opportunities, whether it's for developers like Hubble or just, residents in general?
Expect us to continue to see commercial growth. I would expect to also continue to see residential growth because we need the residential to bring in to get the commercial growth that people want. I mentioned the 2,900 acre annexation area. A lot of that along the river is in the comprehensive plan is for industrial commercial. Of course, at the interchange, it will be mostly commercial. But there is a lot of opportunity for single-family homes, higher density development, medium density, high density in that area as well. So I expect to starting to see growth out that way. We also have on the western half of our current city limits, there's a lot of undeveloped ground. At some point in time, we think the landowners will sell and want to start developing, but we're good with them continuing to farm it. And so
Growth. More growth.
Yes. And we really want we're really pushing industrial commercial because we want to balance that tax base for our residents.
Makes sense. Well, and we'll put a link in our show notes to you for all of the, the development and home options that we've got going on at Holland Point, because again, I think you drive by and you're like, okay, what's all happening there? It's hard to delineate between all of the different options for people sometimes. And so we'll absolutely put that in our show notes too.
I drove by yesterday and
Did
I saw
you?
the fences up around the pool at the clubhouse.
Yes. We toured our board through that clubhouse. If you get a chance, go through it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
And that's for the 55 plus.
It's for the
area,
55
correct?
plus community. Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
Aventura down
yes. Our active adult living communities are called Aventura, and it's a part of many different Aventura communities across the Des Moines area. But yeah, we're excited because that turned out really nice, and those homes we toured with the board are really nice too.
Really?
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you get a chance, if you ever want to tour or bring council through, we're more than welcome you.
Okay.
Come through anytime.
Well, and we just did a podcast with Iowa Healthcare and talking about senior living in Iowa just in general. So, I mean, you can always go back a episode or two and take a listen just about how all of the different options from 55 plus to senior living really are expanding and refining here in Iowa. Obviously, we have 10 Eden Crest communities across central Iowa, but that 55 plus is just another component as we see, Iowa's aging population keep continuing. So
We want people to age in place in their communities. We want to make sure they have every option of living.
Yeah.
So they stay within their tight-knit communities all through their whole lifespan.
yeah, you guys have done a good job of that. You really have.
That was something that was very much lacking when I became mayor. And it's been an emphasis that we need the senior options. There was an older couple that went to all of the athletic events. They didn't have any kids in the district or anything, but they went to all of the athletic events for the boys.
They were everyone's grandparents.
Yeah, exactly. And, we sat by them a lot. And, the guy looked at me and said, yeah, we got to move out because there's no place that we can afford here in town to be able to move to, because they were getting to that point.
Yeah.
And that just broke my heart. So, yeah, we've been trying to find people come in, developers come in and build senior housing.
Yeah. That easy one level living, different price points. Yeah.
Yep.
With the services that they need. Yeah. It's absolutely major. Well, is there anything else, Mayor Phillips, before we segue into our off the rails question?
The
Is there-
zinger.
Are we guessing the score of the Iowa State game? Is that what we're doing?
No, because by the time this airs, we'll already know it.
No, that's true.
We're in the future, Joe. We're in the future.
Yeah, but
I'm predicting a Cyclone win, but that's okay.
Ditto.
Yeah.
What do you expect? Anything different from the Cyclones over here?
17.
No.
Right?
17 point?
Yeah, 17-point
Spread.
win.
Wow.
Oh, we're gonna have to
That'd
come
be
back. We're
incredibly
gonna have to
awesome.
come back and call that out when it happens. When it happens.
When it happens.
Anything else though you want people to know about Norwalk and just some of the,
Norwalk has a great location. Yeah, and it was kind of hidden for a long time. We had a couple of home shows and that kind of exposed, and then the legacy development. They did, you guys did some advertising, and we are a 10-minute drive to the airport, 20 minutes downtown, 15 minutes if you want to ever go to South Ridge Mall, but you could also get 15 minutes to Jordan Creek Mall. We have a great location.
Yeah.
And we have a great community. So
Yeah.
if you are looking to buy a house,
Hey.
or if you're looking to start a business, we'll help you out with that too.
You can't
Absolutely.
get faster access to Southside Italian food.
Well, there you go.
perfect
That's an
example.
That's as close as an endorsement you're going to get from him today.
We
No, I'm
have a
kidding.
new restaurant coming to town that's going to be Italian.
Ooh.
It's called Fairway Frank's Bar and Grill. It's where Pyra Pizza used to be,
Okay.
which is right in the downtown area of our old downtown.
Duly noted.
Should be good.
Duly
I
noted.
may be 100% Polish, but you found my weakness in Italian food, Mayor.
Oh, I love it. All right, Segwayne, let me close my Buc-ee's app here.
All right.
Jeez.
Here we go.
This is funny. I always get scared to ask Joe these questions because I never know how he's going to answer them. All right, the off the rails question is, what are you a natural at?
What am I?
A natural.
Like being full of shit or something?
Well, I mean, that's one for you. And that's
Bullshitting people.
That's actually cleaner than I thought it was going to come out.
A natural.
A natural. I can start if you want me to. And clearly, since I'm like partial host of a podcast, my dad is a really good talker. He just can talk with anyone about pretty much anything. And I do think I have the gift of gab. Whether other people think it's a gift is up for
You're a
interpretation.
newscaster.
Up for interpretation.
Yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, I think I can naturally just keep a conversation.
Do you want me to go, Mayor? Or
Yeah, because
you go?
I am.
You're stumped?
I am
Okay, Joe.
stumped.
I'm natural at not being able to sit still. I mean, I always have to be doing something, moving something.
Planning something. Like, does that count?
I don't know about planning.
But physically, you got to
Like
be
if someone
like
gives
going.
me a task, I'm going to keep at it till it gets done. I think it must be that manufacturing blue collar
drive. Yeah.
drive that I got from my grandparents and parents that, you see something, you work it till it's complete.
Yeah.
I guess that's what's ingrained in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take it. We'll accept that answer.
I don't know.
There's no
You're
right or
looking
wrong
for-
answers
She was
with
looking
these.
for something really weird and
No,
funny. I just didn't have
no.
today.
If I was going
Mayor?
to say anything, maybe as a mediator, that, working with Joe in front of council and trying to get people to.
Oh, that takes skill.
Trying to get people to the middle.
Yeah. There's a reason you're mayor.
Mayor, I have to agree with you. You have this very calm demeanor. You listen to both sides, and you find common ground in everything we do.
Yeah.
You could have some of the most distraught citizens over an issue, and by the time it gets to the council, everybody's calm. And that's a leadership quality in you that I've seen is one of the strongest in the metro.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And I greatly appreciate it. We always have issues or things are interpreted differently, but you are able to find the good in everybody that comes before you. Understand that everybody has the right intentions, are trying to do the right thing, and you create that alignment, and eventually it gets done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for that leadership.
Merging those
It's really
perspectives.
important.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Absolutely. Okay. Hey,
Hey.
to mediation, to getting things done,
To Buc-ee's.
to talking.
Buc-ee's. Get Buc-ee's.
To Buc-ee's.
Bring Buc-ee's to Norwalk.
You heard it here. Not first, but you did hear it more here.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedules, both of you, because I know you both are very, very busy gentlemen and have other, projects and things to move forward. So again, thank you for joining.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
Dig It, a real estate podcast by Hubble Realty Company, is produced by Amplify Des Moines. Check us out wherever you get your podcast. Find us on YouTube at Hubble Realty. Check us out on our website at hubblerealty.com. And of course, like, subscribe, follow, and share across all social media platforms.